everybody. Thanks for tuning back into Advanced Classics. This is episode number 2, and as promised today we're going to talk about the WS.6 Trans Ams, and we're going to do a quick walk around on a really nice car. This particular car is a 99. They were built between 98 and 2002, and let me tell you something, I really love these cars. These are probably on the top 3 of my favorite cars. I was in high school when these cars were new. I had one in high school and I really enjoyed it. So this is pretty exciting for me. My buddy David, he's got the same exact car as I do. His car is cammed. Mine's got a few bolt-ons, but they're both theoretically exactly the same car. So stand by for your walk around. All right, this is Mike Hales from Advanced Classics coming back at you with episode 2 as promised. Today we're going to be checking out this awesome 98 through 02 Trans Am, which is part of the Pontiac Firebird family. This particular car is a 99 WS.6 Trans Am, 6-speed manual, and it has the LS1. Do a quick walk around on the car. Again, this is a great example to be its age. Very nice car. Pretty much untouched car, factory wheels, all stock interior. Does have a updated radio system in it, which is a plus because these were not all that great. Love the front end on these cars. These cars were some of the most aggressive styling that come out of the 90s into the early 2000s. So a lot of people ask, what makes a WS.6 Trans Am over a base model Trans Am? Basically the WS.6 package, which was the Ram Air package, was a handling package. The seat design is slightly different than the same model Firebird seat, and really the seats are exactly the same, but the covers are slightly different, and most people don't understand that. Also, the quickest way to tell a factory car is on this RPO code in the door. On the second line from bottom, third code from right, you'll see the WS.6 code. Close that door to keep the dinging down. So obviously it comes with a Ram Air system, and when you raised the hood, it had a plastic lid that said Ram Air by Pontiac or Pontiac Ram Air, and it was yellow. Otherwise, the motor was largely the same as in the base model car. It did pull in slightly colder air. Some of the later model cars had an aluminum SLP drive shaft. SLP was a company in the late 90s and early 2000s, stood for street legal performance, and they had a lot of go fast goodies for these cars. 17 by 9 inch wheels was factory on the WS.6 when the regular cars come with 16s. And I think these cars were Goodyear F1s, was the tire of choice for the Trans Am WS.6. There's some other minor differences, but of course one of the telltale signs is the badging on the back bumper. You could get the WS.6 in an automatic or a 6-speed manual. The weak link in these cars, there's a couple things to look for if you're looking at buying one of these. The 7.5 rear gear and axle is pretty weak in these cars. A lot of them come with 323 gears for automatics, 342s for manuals. And it's not the strongest gear around. This car has been re-geared to a 410, which is pretty popular for a 6-speed, or a 373 aftermarket for an automatic. Most of these cars were T-tops. There is some earlier examples of these cars in a hard top, particularly the LT1 cars, but they are kind of hard to find, and really they're quite a bit more structurally sound than the T-top car. So if you're road racing or autocrossing, that might be an option for you. Another shortcoming on these cars that's come up in the last few years is the cell panels here on the back side is a glued resin fiberglass. And they tend to pit in time. You can see some light pitting on this car. This is the original paint on this portion. But that is very normal. And it's very easy to fix. However, on your new paint, a lot of times that will still come back through after some time. The interior in these cars do not hold up well. It's very cheap, gray, black, tan. Some are gray or black and tan. The headliner was a pretty cheap material. And the dash pads, which is really one of the cosmetic flaws in this car, has a slight crack in it. You can barely see it through the windshield. Otherwise, these cars are excellent performance cars. They're really quick for their time. These cars were right on the heels of the C5 Corvette. They were rated anywhere from, as far as WS.6 trim, from 305 horse in earlier years up through either 325 or 335 in their last year of production, 2002. The 2001 and 2002 models come with an WS.6 intake and slightly better cylinder heads, but it's only marginally different. The intake is a pretty big deal though. The WS.6 intake flows very well. The quickest way to tell the WS.6 intake is it has some tubing in the front. This for EGR. The LS6 does not, the base LS1 does. And that pretty much sums up the walk around. Be sure to drop in the comments any questions you have on these cars. I've had a lot of these cars. I've probably had 25 fourth gen cars, Camaro or Trans Am, non-WS6, WS6, and of course the Camaro SS C28. I've had all of these particular year models. They're great to modify. This car has a lot of suspension stuff done to it. I'll post some pics in the video as well. Car runs good. We're going to try to do a GoPro drive around on the car. It's a little bit loud, but it pulls good. It pulls hard. These cars pull like a freight train in third gear. They're really hard to beat. Pretty car. What did I tell you? Super cool car right there. We're really fortunate to be able to do these shoots on these cars like we're getting into now, and I really enjoy them. So if you like the video, subscribe, hit like, share. If you didn't like the video, shoot me a message, let me know what I could do to improve it. You know, anytime we shoot videos, we try to get all the specs right and all the information. Sometimes we screw up. But for the most part, it's just a fun video, and hopefully it's for enthusiasts just like myself, and hopefully you are one or becoming one. So if you get a chance, go check out us our own Facebook page. It's Advanced Classics. We got a really cool Chevelle 30-day build. I'm going to do a video soon on that. That car turned out really good, and we have these cool cars in the shop every month. We have different cars from time to time. So if you ever need anything, give us a call, 770-547-6003. Again, it's Mike Hales, and we appreciate your time.